welcome back to my channel. I have filmed a video and deleted it, and then filmed another video and then deleted it, because I just haven't been happy with any of the footage that I have filmed. I've got up, like, I've got dressed, I've done my makeup, I've sat down and filmed, and I've watched the footage back, and I just felt like it hasn't been a real, like, I don't even know how to describe it, like an open, honest representation of what's been going on. And today I went for acupuncture. My acupuncturist is amazing. Like, she's like my acupuncturist stroke therapist, and she just really put things into perspective for me and made me realize that it's okay to not be okay, if that makes sense. So I got stuck in traffic on the way back, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go home. I am going to get the camera, sit down. I've been and got some food. So I've got myself a toastie and a brownie, not dairy free, not gluten free, and that's a good representation of where we are at the moment. Like, my head is up my ass. This is not going to look aesthetically pleasing. I don't look aesthetically pleasing, but I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to be really open and honest about what it's been like post-surgery, how I've been feeling, like, both physically and mentally. And I feel like this is a video for people who have had surgery or are waiting for surgery, and this is the stuff that people don't tell you. Like, this is the real open, honest stuff that I feel like we're just not prepared for post-surgery. So I'm gonna eat my toasted sandwich, which is gonna be difficult because I've got like the biggest ulcer on my lip, because I just feel so run down and just so exhausted, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so post-surgery, I would say my recovery was really good. I was able to, like, get up and move and be quite independent quite quickly after surgery. Yes, I was tired, yes, I was sore, yes, I had trouble sleeping, but I think mentally I prepared myself for something worse, and what I got was a lot better. What I didn't expect is 7 weeks post-surgery to still be feeling pain. And I would say some of the pain that I'm experiencing is worse than it was pre-surgery. And one thing I wish that somebody had told me is that just because you have surgery doesn't mean that you're not going to have any pain. Endometriosis is like an inflammatory disease, and even though they've removed the endometriosis, like, I still have endometriosis. Does that make sense? Like, although they've cut it out, I still have the condition, and I don't think that I realised that, and I started trying to live a life as if I didn't have endometriosis, and I have made myself so ill. And as I said, like, I'm experiencing pain still. I saw my consultant last week. I spoke to him about this, and he said basically that they had to separate my colon from the side wall in my body, and that's still healing. And it's possible that that might never be 100%, and it's possible that I might have to go and see a bowel specialist. Not something that I was ever mentally prepared for, the fact that I also might need further treatment. And I think that's been really difficult. I think the biggest issue I have had is the unknown. So obviously the whole time I was in pain and feeling unwell, I always had that in the back of my head that I didn't know what it was, and it was in my body, and that was something that I really, really struggled with. So when you go for surgery and you come out of surgery and you think they've got rid of the endometriosis and you're still in pain, that fear never ever goes away. How people film and eat, I have no idea. So let's not let this video be a whole, like, Debbie Downer moment. Like, my consultant said my endometriosis was surface and stage 1, which, you know, is good news. The fact that it was stage 1, that's amazing. It wasn't like deep infiltrating, and it was just surface and stage 1. Now, obviously, as I mentioned, I have problems with my bowel and my colon. Like, that is where the majority of my endo was, as well as like around my pelvis, my abdomen. And I actually saw the pictures like that they took like during the surgery, and man, that was humbling. Like it's really hard to take this information in. And when I was having to go and say that like I was still in pain, he didn't really have an answer for that, you know. And he wants me to continue seeing a pelvic physio, which I have done, and I feel like we made a little bit of improvement there. So I went to see her like a couple of days after my consultation with the gynecologist, and I broke down. Like I was so upset, and again it came back to this fear. Like I fear the pain and the unknown, and feeling like I'm never going to be normal again. And she was so understanding and so amazing. And in that session we did an internal examination where she really poked and prodded. I had to rate the pain, and she felt like I'd got better. So from the first time I saw her to the second time, she said, you know, beforehand we couldn't do this, it was really painful, and now we've moved from pain to discomfort, which is really positive. She said that my muscles are really tight and I've got a lot of work to do there, but it's things that can improve over time, which was great. In another video I mentioned dilators, where I think it was called something like things I don't tell you about endometriosis, and I've got to use dilators to help my muscles to relax because at the moment they're too tight. And she helped me with that, which was amazing, because again it was another thing that I built up in my head. I was so scared of it because I thought it was going to hurt. And you know what, it does hurt. It does hurt. It isn't comfortable and it's quite painful. And she said that I've got to try and train my brain to register the pain but understand that the pain is manageable, and that over time the more work that I put in, the better that it is going to get. So I feel like they were saying positive things to me, like things had improved but things still aren't 100%. Don't know if it was me like being naive and thinking like 7 weeks post surgery things would be better, but like the pain has been really bad some nights, like where it's waking me up, you know, I'm really uncomfortable and I'm so tense. Like I like tense my jaw, like I tense my stomach, like my whole body is tense. And the whole thing that I'm supposed to be doing is relaxing, and I'm finding that really difficult. So if you're watching this video and you've had surgery or you're waiting for surgery, just know that surgery isn't a quick fix, and it might not be a permanent fix. Like you might have surgery and still have some pain. You might have surgery and still have work to do, because I certainly do, and that is okay. But I feel like nobody told me that. So I wasn't prepared. And I've been an anxious mess and so upset. And maybe if I'd known, I would have been better, you know? So today when I saw my acupuncturist and I gave her an update, she said to me like, you've been through trauma. Like you've had a major surgery. You've been living with a condition. You have the condition. Like you have polycystic ovaries, endometriosis. You had a laparoscopy, you had it removed. You've probably got healing and scarring on the inside that you can't see. And some days it might hurt, and that is okay. And we did the acupuncture, and she told me to, you know, try and relax and like write things down and like brain dump and do some yoga and be a bit more mindful and think about the muscles and relax them. And she gave me more in that hour session than I felt like anybody had given me, and she really validated my feelings and the fact that, you know, I've been through a lot and I didn't realise, and I tried to jump back into going back to life as it was before, like going to the gym and going back to work, and I think I've tried to do too much at once and it really got me. Like it has really got me up here. And there's been so many tears over the past couple of weeks. It's been so overwhelming, and I've got a lot of work to do on the inside in terms of my brain, my heart, like understanding that I've been through something big. And it's been a lot, you know, and I definitely haven't given myself the time to heal. I've just concentrated on the physical healing and can I go back to work, can I go back to the gym, and I've done that, and then tried to return back to old life the way I was before when I'm not ready. And it took me having a breakdown and being in severe pain and having to go back to the doctors to realise that I need to slow down. And again, being okay with it, like being okay with that, and realising that I need to continue this lifestyle change in terms of looking after myself, in terms of my diet, not overdoing it with exercise, relaxing, because I really need to learn to relax my muscles, doing my physio exercises. Like, this is shit that I need to do every single day to get better. It is not you have surgery and you're better. Absolutely not. That is not going to happen. This is, you need to wake up and look after yourself every single day. And I get that now. I get that, and it's taken me 7 weeks to realise that. Thank God it hasn't taken me a year to realise that. More positive news, I ovulated. So the last video you guys would have seen was me do my ovulation sticks. I went for a blood test and I ovulated, which is amazing. I did that by myself and I'm so proud. So technically, I could try for a baby. Like, I'm ovulating, my tubes are okay, my ovaries are okay, like reproductively I'm fine, but my brain to muscle connection and the trauma of surgery, I am not fine. I cannot relax, I cannot let my body conceive. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I'm not ready. And again, that is okay. I honestly thought that I could be like 6 weeks post-surgery and just jump straight into trying for a baby, and I'm gonna be honest, it's not gonna happen. Now, obviously, this is my story. This is what's happening with me. This might not be the same for other people. I've known people who've had endometriosis, had the surgery, and gone on to have a baby not long after, or they haven't experienced any pain after. So, you know, this is me. Like, please, like, don't be scared. This was a problem with filming this video. I felt like I was doing it with rose tinted glasses and sugarcoating what was really going on, and it's taken me to this moment, to be completely honest. So the positives: it was stage 1 endometriosis, the surgery went well, I'm ovulating, I'm able to go back to work and move and do things, but my healing is taking longer than expected. I've got a lot of work to do in terms of my pelvis, my muscles, my healing in terms of my bowel and my colon, because they were separated, and it was, that part of it was quite a major surgery, which I don't feel like was explained to me very well. I might have to go and see a bowel specialist to get help with that. And I can't go back to my physical self as I was before. I'm gonna have to take some time to heal, essentially. The other thing is the anxiety and the fear. Like, I am quite a strong-headed person. Like, I am so logical, organized. Like I feel like emotionally I'm a strong person. But this has been eating me from the inside. Like, I go to bed dreaming about the pain, and I wake up with like jaw ache because I clenched my jaw in the night. I sit hunched and clenched because I've been in pain for so long that that's all that I know, and I'm still practicing those things. And my anxiety has been really bad, where I feel like I'm constantly on the edge of tears all the time, and if somebody asks how I am, I get really upset. And again, it was just accepting that and being okay with it, and that's really what I've got to learn to do now. Like, just be okay and sit in this fear and acknowledge it and the anxiety and deal with it, and know that it's okay if I'm not okay, and just to cry and let it out. So as I say, I've got a lot of work to do, and only today have I accepted and understood it, and it feels like a massive relief. So yeah, I know that I need to be doing the physio, and I need to be cleaning up my diet, and I need to be pulling back on the exercise. Oh, hello. I've had quite a few new subscribers recently, and I know a lot of you guys are following me because maybe you also have endometriosis. And as I say, I want to be open and honest. So here it is. I've bared all today, and it is a massive weight off my shoulders, and things are gonna get better. So I'm so sorry that it's taken me this long to give you an update on what my post-surgery has been like, but it's been a journey, honestly. I could have filmed this 3 weeks ago and come on in here and told you that I was completely fine, and 3 weeks later I'm really not. So it's been up and down, and I've been up and down, but I feel like I'm coming out the other end. Which doesn't sound very nice, does it? Yeah, I'm going to stop shying away from doing videos and feeling like it needs to be a big production, or I need to look a certain way, or I need to portray things in a certain way. I am just going to be real and open and honest and show you what I'm doing and what it's like post-surgery and what trying to conceive is going to look like for me, because that might be a little way away. So thank you so much for watching this video and for subscribing and for following along this journey with me, because it has been unreal. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hopefully my next video will be me showing you what I'm actually doing now post-surgery to get myself back on track, both physically and mentally. And eating cheese-filled sandwiches probably isn't going to be part of that. But anyway, I will see you in my next video.